If you hold Terra Luna Classic, you need to watch this video. Right now, the biggest issue facing Terra Luna Classic is a lack of utility. If you really think about it, why do you need Terra Luna Classic and what are you going to use your Terra Luna Classic for? That question stumps so many people in the Terra Luna Classic community because there just isn't a lot of options and ways to use your Terra Luna Classic right now. And you might say, I'm going to use my Terra Luna Classic to buy NFTs, but then I would ask you the question, where are you going to go to buy these NFTs? And if we answer honestly here, the vast majority of people don't know where to go to buy NFTs right now. I asked this question to a Terra Rebels team member, and it seemed very clear to me that there's a couple options out here. You have things like the Luna Punks that built their own platform, their own ecosystem for NFTs. Or you have something like behind me, randomearth.io. This is another NFT platform that Terra Rebels member ended up pointing me over to. However, if we're brutally honest with ourselves, a lot of people just don't know that these platforms even exist. And so in an effort to solve some of this problem and actually bring some utility to the chain that people will know about, the Terra Rebels put forward a proposal to start up a lottery. And I know a lot of people probably have varying opinions about lotteries. Personally, I feel if you want to do that and you know that you're probably going to lose, you know the risk and you're willing to take that, go for it. Why not have some fun? The idea here is that tickets will be purchased with Terra Luna Classic and allow the holders to participate in a chance to win. And the really sweet thing about this is anybody who has a Terra Station wallet will be able to connect their wallet to the lottery dApp and be capable of interacting with the application. This means it's not going to be some random side platform that you have to learn about through a friend. It's going to be something that's going to be a lot easier for people to actually come and find and utilize. You can also see a mock-up right here behind me of what this lottery platform might look like, and this looks very familiar to the Terra Station app. And these tickets will have a fixed price at the start of the round, and that will contain throughout the whole round. Each round is going to last 1 week, and at the end of the round, the contract will automatically distribute the accumulated value between the winner, a burn tax, which is something we're going to talk about here in a second, operational reserve revenue, Terra Rebels, and the dApp development team. These are some critical things that you guys need to know. To start off our distribution, of course, we're having 60% go to the winner. This is a massive amount of money potentially that could be going over to the winner. We're going to talk about that here in a minute of what this could look like. But that's a large chunk of money for someone to win. Most likely, you'll have less than a 1% chance of winning. The burn then is going to take up 26% of the total tokens. So this would be normally what a normal lottery company would take as their fee. Instead, that's going to get burned off, which is great. We're going to contribute to the burn. I'd expect us to burn millions of Terra Luna Classic every single week. And the builders of this platform are going to get 6% there. Terra Rebels, 7%. So this is going to go to funding Terra Rebels, which if you guys haven't heard some of my other videos is so critical, so important. I'm going to have a video linked right up here for you guys to check that out as we keep going here. But that's something that we really need in the ecosystem. I mean, right now, Terra Luna Classic is over a $1 billion market cap token. And we're talking right now that we need this coin to actually go up quite a bit more for a lot of people to make a lot of money and to get back to the all-time highs, or the recent all-time highs, I should say, that we've seen since the DPEG and the big collapse. And so without a team to actually develop the ecosystem and the infrastructure that we need to see for Terra Luna Classic, it's not going to happen, guys. We're not going to hit the 50 billion market cap that I hope we're going to see. We need to have the Terra Rebels or someone else, right? It doesn't have to be the Terra Rebels. And then finally, 1% is going to go to the contract reserves. This is going to be non-cumulative. And so the pros of this, funding for Terra Rebels, that's a huge thing. It's going to be great for us to have. There's going to be little to no capital need for upkeep. Once you get this thing set up, it kind of just keeps going on its own. This will also be a layer 2 for the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. It would increase some traffic over to the domain, most likely again over to Terra Station, increase brand recognition for the Terra Rebels and the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem as a whole. Now, they do have down here that there's no cons identifiable, and I'd have to kind of go against that a little bit here. And what I mean by that is that when you talk about lotteries and you talk about gambling in a sense, there's a lot of regulation that comes with that. I know, for example, in the US, you can't just have online lotteries. There's so many regulations. A lot of states ban them. It's just kind of a mess. And so they're a little bit opening themselves up to this issue potentially by going ahead and doing this. So that is a potential major threat or potential con to this. This should be able to be turned around really quick. This is not going to take 6 months, a year to build out. This is something that could be built out probably within a month. It's not super complex. It does need some testing. There's some things needed here, but it could get turned around relatively soon. Now, this was put forward as a Terra Rebels proposal in the Discord. For any of you who are not there, I highly recommend joining the Discord. But as you guys can see right here, right now it's being passed by 865 yeses to 84 no's. So this is passing a vast majority. There's a lot of support from the community to have this actually come in. And so while I don't think this is perfect by any means, I think this is going to help fill a much needed gap. Right now, if we're looking out over the next couple of months of Terra Luna Classic, there really is not a lot of utility coming that we're ready to expect. Well, if we go over to Twitter, we can see an example here. We have Meta Gloria. This is one example that's trying to build out on the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. They have some great promotional videos. This is essentially a game that's going to be coming. I mean, from the images that they showed off, this looks like an amazing thing for us to have. I'm really excited to see it, but I am a little bit skeptical because, of course, we don't really have a lot for it yet. I'm going to be researching this more in another video coming up, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. But another big option right now is MEXC. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a payment processing system where essentially you can take your Terra Luna Classic and actually use it to download and charge up a prepaid Visa gift card. And so you might be wondering, okay, so let's say you charge a Visa card and with your Terra Luna Classic, what can you actually spend that on? Well, basically anything that takes Visa, right? There's so many options out there. You could probably go to the grocery store. You can go out to a restaurant. There's a lot of options here. But you also could come check out this Terra Luna Classic merch. Full disclosure, I've been putting this together with Crypto King. I know the site looks a little bit rough right now. We're working on this. We had some issues with the person developing the website, but this is what we're looking at right now. We have a lot of products here. We'd be really excited for you guys to come in. Be sure to hop in. Right now it's in Canadian dollars. You just press this. You can go to US dollars to see every price in US dollars. We're shipping pretty much around the world. It's an awesome way to use your Terra Luna Classic by using MEXC. And so outside of these couple options, there's really not a lot for you to use your Terra Luna Classic on right now. There's just a limited set of things, especially when we're talking within the ecosystem, right? You could charge up a Visa and start using it in the real world and using it outside. But within the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem, there's a lot that's being built, but it's not going to be ready for quite a while. So I'm really glad to see this lottery coming forward. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this lottery. And hey, I mean, for me personally, I don't see a problem with taking my staking rewards, throwing them into the lottery, contributing to the burn a little bit, doing that. So I think that's a great way to go. If you guys want to learn how to earn some sweet staking rewards as well, check out this video up here. And hey, you're welcome to join the lottery if you want. Not financial advice. You're probably going to lose money.